Welcome to the 2022 NASCAR Lino Cup Series Daytona 500 presented by Critterade. Today, 35 of the fastest racers in North America will race around this super speedway, high banked super speedway for 15 laps and see who will become the victor of the 64th annual Daytona 500. And with that, let's get to your starting lineup for today's race. Starting on pole today is the number 99 of Cruz Azul Amigo Duel 2 winner, followed by Duel 1 winner Johnny Laser in the 41. Back behind them is the rookie Dardar in the 33 and the Duel 1 pole sitter Chris Buescher. Behind them is the 8 of TB Gaming and the 7 of Corey LaJoie. And then behind them is Ross Chastain in the number 1 and Boofhead 254 in the 19. Behind them is Derby in the 77 Spire Motorsports car and the Stewart Haas Racing car of Halpy 10. Then it's Jacob Haman and D-Smooth 7 behind them. Then you've got Nicky by Night in the 43 and the 12 of Lil Wuskid. And behind them, Duel 2 pole sitters Fat Cat Cup Series and 55 Tim 14 in the second Penske Racing car in the field today. Back behind them is Hendrick Racing 9 and Rose the Red Dodge. Then you've got Car Guy Hub 1 and Comp Things in the number 18 car. And you got the 42 of Moomers and the 4 of Kevin Harvick. And behind them is the second RCR car, Austin Dillon and Don Chad Reed in the number 24 car. And behind them, and only their second ever Lino Cup Series start, is Jurgen Rachette starting next to True TGN in the 2. Then you've got the 32 of Joey Gase at driver switch and Angela Bassett in the 20. And you've got OK Fishing in the 78 and the 31 of Justin Haley. And back behind them is the 14 of Ethan 64643 and the 95 of Noah Gragson. Then you've got two rookies in this series, the 34 of Michael McDowell and the 15 of JJ Yaley. Then you've got the 53 of Garrett Smithley and the 38 of Todd Gilliland. And rounding out the field is the 69 of Liam Highland. You can see the rest of the lineup here. If you want to help animals in need, head down to www.critterade.org and donate today. Without further ado, let's go green flag racing at Daytona. And the green flag is in the air for the first regular race of the regular season. Here comes the 8th, making it 3 wide on the bottom, and that move is blocked by the 99 of Daniel Suarez, now in a 3-car tandem down the back straightaway, 2 Trackhouse, 1 RCR. As they're 3 wide all the way back right there. That's not going to end well. Now here comes Tyler Reddick to the outside to make a move for the lead. He makes the pass, and he is now in the lead. Oh, and he gets punted out of the way by Daniel Suarez. Now Trackhouse teammates working together at the front of the pack. Tyler Reddick gets picked up by the 19 of Martin Truex Jr., so he hasn't fallen back a bit, still inside the top 5. And now 2 cars spinning off the corner. That's JJ Yaley and his teammate, and Liam Highland involved as well. Micah McDowell on fire. BJ McLeod involved as well. Todd Gilliland, let's take a look at the replay. Looks like Gilliland gets into the back of Michael McDowell, turns him into the 15 of JJ Yaley, and Highland and Smithley were just trying to avoid the wreck, and there's that first angle that we saw. The 3 cars, I should say, spinning off the side of the racetrack. So I believe BJ McLeod and the 2 front row motorsports cars, Michael McDowell and Todd Gilliland, are both going to be out. Liam Highland and the 2 Rick Ware Racing cars are going to actually continue here, and it's going to be a black flag for the race leader. Daniel Suarez is going to have to do a pass-through for switching lanes before the restart. That's going to be devastating to his run. The pole sitter for today's race and Duel 2 winner. And now here comes Tyler Reddick with a huge lead. He ends up leading that lap, but now Ross Chastain in the lead. He's going to get a huge push from Martin Truex Jr. He's blocking Truex Jr.'s runs all the way down the back straightaway. Now Truex moves him up out of the way. Let's see if Martin Truex can hold this lead for long. It's not going to be for long because the rest of the pack is going to catch up to him here. Now through 3 and 4, Martin Truex Jr. still has the lead. He leads the next lap. And on to lap 8 here, down the back straightaway. Martin Truex Jr. still in the lead. They're catching up to a lap car, and Truex is going to get turned in front of the pack. And a huge impact. 1 car up and over. It's going to be, I believe, Jeb Burton. Yes, it's Jeb Burton. You see Ty Dillon involved, William Byron. All 4 Hendrick cars involved. Let's take a look at the replay. It looks like Martin Truex Jr. in a desperation attempt to try and avoid the 15. They were coming up on him so quickly. He turned up in front of the 1 and was just not clear. Got turned hard on the outside wall. You see Eric Jones involved. Denny Hamlin, I think, was involved in that. Tyler Reddick, Jeb Burton upside down. Kaz Gralla having a great run today. And as we mentioned, all 4 Hendrick cars involved. You see Cole Custer and the 21 of Harrison Burton involved as well. And there were some really hard hits in that. The 5 gets clipped after trying to avoid the 15 of Yaley coming back across the racetrack. Nowhere for him to go. He was running second, or second in line on the outside, I should say. You see Brad Keselowski in the 6 up on the high side. Alex Bowman with huge damage as well. And watch at the very back there. You see, looks like the 33 just barely gets underneath the 77 and flips it over. But that's going to be the first ever flip in the NASCAR Lionel Cup Series. And so you can see nearly a quarter of the field, I believe a quarter of the field was taken out in that wreck, if not more. So I think we're about ready to go back. Green flag racing. Ross Chastain leads this down. How about Eric Almirola on that high side? He's in third right now. He kind of came out of nowhere after that wreck. And now here comes Austin Cindric. Speaking of a driver coming out of nowhere, he's into second. Into first, actually. He's going to lead that lap. Now coming through 3 and 4. Austin Cindric. Oh, and a huge wreck. And that's going to be Eric Almirola turning in front of the field. He turns the 17 of Chris Buescher. Bubba Wallace involved as well. Let's take a look at the replay. Looks like actually Bubba Wallace got into the back of the number 10 of Almirola, turning him into the 17 and the 7 and everybody else that got involved. You see Justin Haley involved, the 12 of Ryan Blaney, the 20 of Christopher Bell up on top of the wall. Let's take another look at this. Yeah, the 23 just gets right into the back of the 10. Nowhere for the 10 to go, nowhere for the 17 to go, nowhere for anybody to go, really. Everybody just gets caught up in each other's messes. I think Bubba just had a huge run trying to get to the back of the 10 there. You can see he gets into him. And you can see Austin Dillon, the 22 of Joey Logano, and the 7 of Corey LaJoie get away after that wreck. You saw Denny Hamlin driving way in the grass after that. And here he comes. 2 laps to go. Here comes Ross Chastain out to the front. Let's see if he can win this thing. How about Joey Gase up to second? Gase is going to keep that second position. Whoa, and he slides wide. He's going to save it, though. Here comes Austin Cindric up on the high side. They're battling for the lead into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Ross Chastain on the bottom. He's going to win the 2022 Daytona 500.